Hello, YouTube. How's it going? Mike here from Health and Wealth, my first live ever. We'll see how this goes. And yeah, thanks for joining me today. Monday afternoon, 12:40 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Going to talk today about Yieldmax, some of their holdings, some of their funds. Talk about the ones I'm in. Talk about the ones you're in, and let me know if you can hear me in the live chat here. How are you? Welcome. First time doing this. Longtime listener, is that the comment when you call into radio stations? Can you hear me? Is what I'm saying into the chat for the first time. There it is, beautiful. So welcome aboard. If you are new here, my name is Mike. I'm an investor in Yieldmax funds predominantly. I also have funds in mutual funds, RRSPs as well. But the account that I share with you guys is Yieldmax mostly. I'll start from the top. I have Cony. I just recently bought 7 more shares of that on the ex dividend date, so I have 10 whole shares of Cony. Nothing flashy there. I have GameStop. That was a purchase. I don't know, 5 months ago, and yeah, so I purchased GameStop as a meme holder. And so I'm not planning on selling that. I think I have 30 shares. My average price is $40, so I'm definitely under my average cost right now. And so that's cool. That's cool. So I have a sell set at $50. So if it gets to $50 ever in the history of time, it'll be sold. What else do I have in that order? I think the next one on that list is Misty, which is a MicroStrategy play. It's they follow MSTR, and so Misty is probably my best holding in this account here. MSTY. I have 173 shares of it. Looking to add more, but there could be a subtraction as well. Hey, retire on dividends. How are you? How's it going, Mark? So, yeah, it could be a subtraction of those funds. If I did write a covered call at $34, that's set for a month and 2 days from now, which is December the 20th. So, if the price of MSTY is over $34 on December 20th, then I will have sold those 100 shares. Now, if it's hovering around $34, maybe slightly higher, I'll most likely roll that option for a month out at a higher price and collect a premium for that. But if it's hovering around the price that it is today or higher, I'll just let them go. I'll take my $3,400 and go shopping for something else. And we'll reevaluate at that time. Usually in January, the market kind of goes down over the last few years. So once that Santa rally ends, then I'll take that 3,400 and put it somewhere else. There's a lot of things out there on the market that are good. MicroStrategies is definitely the hottest stock on the market right now. It's the most volatile stock on the market right now. And they made some huge changes today that I would think we should go over today on this video, on this live video. By the way, thanks for joining me. First time doing this. I'm a little nervous. I've never been live in the world before. So let me know in the chat where you're tuning in from. And I'm in Ontario, just north of Toronto. It is a beautiful fall day out there today. I just got out of the shower. I just came in from raking leaves out of my senior citizen neighbor's ditch and my ditch. They came this summer and they dug the ditches out, so they're super steep. So he's just over 70 years old. He was a little worried about getting into the ditch to rake the leaves. My riding lawnmower couldn't go down these ditches because they're so deep and steep. So I went out there and got a good sweat on. I'm off work today. I'm on a bereavement day. My uncle passed away October 31st. So what's that, like 19 days ago? So we had the funeral for him this weekend. It was a great showing, good turnout. So I told my boss I'm taking today off, and she said no problem. So that's cool. And so now I'm here just doing live with you, live in central Ontario. So we're talking Misty. We're talking Misty. Let's talk about NVDY. They have earnings coming up this week. And are they going to be good earnings, the same, or worse? I've got an opinion on it. I don't know if it's accurate or not, but we'll cover that today. I also have 300 shares of NVDY. Pretty happy with it. It's just kind of flat right now. The dividends that come out are also kind of like not flashy. They come out, they're $1.02, $1.09, that sort of thing. It's not. It was for a while meeting my $500 a month, but it's not meeting my $500 a month right now. So who knows after this misty bull run if it ever ends? I might have to add more to my NVIDIA fund. Let's go to this. Let's go here. You guys can't see my screen. I'm just going into my passive account right now. Thanks for joining me, by the way. Hello to the 3 that are watching live. How are you? What's new with you? Tell me everything I need to know. Yeah, I also want to go over Michael Saylor. I don't know if you guys have heard of him. Is he the CEO? I always get it wrong. He's one of those 3 letters of MicroStrategy. He's a bit of a wildcat, but I mean, when I say he's a wildcat, he's a straight shooter, it seems. And his straight shot is buy more Bitcoin. So he's done that today, which is kind of cool, right? Buy more Bitcoin. And if you are a Misty holder, you got to be a fan of MicroStrategy pushing forward on the crypto world, on the Bitcoin world. That's for sure. He's doing it. He's making it happen. It was so funny. I watched a Jim Cramer video of it was like 2 years ago, and he said, "You got to be crazy buying Bitcoin at this price." You know, it was I don't know, $5,000, something like that. You got to be crazy. Look at it today. Um, see all these memes of these people trying to buy pizza with Bitcoin 5, 6 years ago, and then look at it today. So Bitcoin definitely the future for sure. So I'm going to try a couple different things out here. Let's go like this first. There's the Michael Saylor Twitter page. I'm going to call it Twitter. Sometimes you'll catch me calling it X, but just so you know, in my head, I'm uh, I'm saying don't call it X, right? I'm a Twitter guy from day one. So Twitter all the way. But there's that. I also opened up my channel here, 1881 for subscribers. Really, really good job, everybody. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. Appreciate it. I've opened up Misty's page here, and when I started this live, it was up over $3. So yeah, it's 12:48 now. Refresh this page, up 7% today. Misty itself up 7%. Could have 2 reasons why. Let's go with maybe the lesser of the reasons. So we have Misty distribution date coming up this Friday. It also means the ex dividend date is on Thursday. And then the announcement date is Wednesday of this week. So 2 days from now, they announce the distribution. What do you think it's going to be? How much do you think that distribution is going to be? That is a tough call. Um, Tough call for sure. They've earned a lot of money. Not on their weekly calls. Their weekly calls, they kind of failed us most of the time. They didn't do very well, but where they earn their money is on the synthetic option. So they set a synthetic price, and then if the price of MicroStrategy or MSTR blows past, that's money in our pocket. Minus the losses when it comes to the weekly funds, and so they crushed it this month, right? And it's not that the Yieldmax crew crushed it this month; it's that they set a price for a synthetic option, and MicroStrategy crushed it this month. Bitcoin crushed it this month. So should be a hefty payout. It was really funny. Last month was the $4 payout. That was for the 6 weeks of accumulation and of action on MicroStrategy. So it was a 6 week wait to get our payout, and it was over $4. Everybody's like, "Oh my goodness, that's incredible!" I I was so pumped for the $4. That's for sure. And then I said, that's an anomaly. It won't happen again. But then we had our Bitcoin rush, if you will. Bitcoin skyrocketed. And so who knows? Is this month going to be over $4 as well? Nobody knows until the date comes out. But I am predicting Um, I love that, Grant. I'm predicting 350. That's what I'm predicting. Non-educated guess over here. I just think that synthetic option was so lucrative. I'm gonna say 350 is my number. Um, Anything under 350 is gonna be disappointing for this month because of how much they made with the synthetic option. Anything over 350 is great. I get a little worried on some of these other funds when they pay you a huge dividend where they didn't make any money at all. And I get worried as to where that money came from. Is it coming from your own capital? One thing I've talked about in a lot of my videos is that, we pay, what is it, 0.99 or 1% of our money goes towards paying Yieldmax to run this fund. And when they have, let's just say a 333 batting average over the month, that isn't really what I want my money to go towards. I want my money to go towards not a Major League Baseball Hall of Fame. I want it to go to a Hall of Fame investor who is running it properly and making us money on all facets. Um, you know, you could bat 333 in MLB and be in the Hall of Fame, but when you bat 333 in the stock market, you're losing money. So, I hope for improvement when it comes to our weekly calls. I think we may have seen it this week with Misty. I've got the whole like I want my cake and I want to eat it too syndrome going over here. We'll go over Misty a little bit here. Credit call spreads needs to go away. Under 350 will make up my difference. What does that mean? What do you mean by that? 350. Got it. Got it. I get what you're saying. Yeah. 350 would be all right. I can handle 350 for sure. Credit call spreads. You can see I've got Mister's page open right here. I want to talk about that as well. So I'm not super pumped for all of the failures. I think we could have had some better wins for sure. And it's not too hard to do in MicroStrategy, the most volatile stock on the S&P 500. When it's the most volatile stock on the S&P 500, the premiums are super lucrative. You can go further out. No need for credit call spreads because we still have all of that upside. If you go further out, you're still getting a crazy amount of premium. You're not having to close these options to pay money to close them if you fail at your weeklies, which they did many times over the last month here. Let's talk Mister itself. 374 bones here. It's up 9% today. That is incredible. If you don't know, I'm going to just show it to you right here. Michael Saylor last week bought a ton of Bitcoin. I put the earnings call on my channel. It was a pretty interesting earnings call. I don't really love listening to earnings calls because I mean they just try and pump their own tires the entire time, the entire earnings call. But listening to him was pretty intriguing. He talked about how MicroStrategy wanted to buy $4 billion worth of Bitcoin in this quarter, and I think he's done it. Let me scroll down here to this morning. He asked, "Will Bitcoin break 100,000 by New Year's Eve?" I said yes. I think it will for sure. It's only 10 grand away, give or take. But yeah, MicroStrategy has acquired 51,780 Bitcoin for $4.6 billion at $88,627 per Bitcoin. They've achieved a BTC yield of 20.4% in this quarter and 41.8% throughout this year. As of November 17th, we hold total 331,200 Bitcoin, and that was acquired for $16.5 billion, and their average price is 49,874. So that's pretty incredible. You should see some of the comments here. There's been 2,100 comments here so far. I love some of the memes in here, you know. Save some for the rest of us, Michael. Here he is with the Bitcoin belt. This was at UFC the other night. I'm just kidding. How much Bitcoin do we need, Michael? Yes. I think that's a really good one. Yeah, there's a lot of really, really great ones here. This is what I'm talking about right there. That is him. If you haven't had a chance, check out the earnings call. It's in my video lineup here. It's got MicroStrategy across the top. I definitely recommend it. I also recommend skipping the beginning and going straight to the Michael Saylor portion of that earnings call. You'll hear his plans, and now you'll see his actions sitting right here. Pretty incredible stuff. I totally agree with this guy. That's actually how I feel right now after raking leaves out of a couple ditches. I'm not sweaty though. If Oracle's in the house, I'm not sweaty. I've showered away the sweat. Thank you very much. Let's talk about these credit call spreads. So yeah, Mister today 374. We've got I'm raw dogging this thing right now. I haven't looked at this at all, but I've got what are we looking at here? Synthetic option. Is that the synthetic? No, that's not it. Let's go to the top. Oh, okay. Actually, I kind of like some of this stuff. Oh my goodness, retire on dividends. What are we even looking at here? Synthetic option. Wasn't it for here it is. So February 21st. So they rolled out their synthetic to a further date. We're looking at 3 months away here. Um Justin, how's it going, buddy? Good to see you in the comments. Appreciate you being here. So synthetic 315 all the way in February. Now, what's going to happen between now and February? Nobody knows. Is Bitcoin going to keep going up? Who knows, right? So 315, that is 3 whole months away. That is an absolute great price for MicroStrategy trading today at 374. So that's definitely a great price right there. I mean, we have no time decay on this. So if they were to close that today, they probably wouldn't make a killing on it because we're 3 months away. But I don't know. Does anybody ever roll backwards instead of roll forwards? But we're up $60 on that already, give or take a couple bucks. But that's pretty good. Pretty good. I'm a big fan of that one. 3 months away, they must have crushed the income on that as well. I mean, the further out you set your calls, the higher your premium's going to be. 315, 3 months from now, they probably made a ton of money on that one. We'll talk about Coney coming up here for sure. How's it going? Welcome to the chat. What else do we got here? We got some calls and credit call spreads. Oh, the credit call spreads. So gross. Let's do this one. This is ending this week. 370. Now this was set last week. 370. So we're already over it. It's just a smaller position, 790. So it's not too bad. Looks like we have a credit call spread $110 away. Completely useless. $110 away. Why wouldn't we make that, 390, 400 so that it actually has some relevance? But 400 and hold on 1 second. $80. So we're still 100 we're still $106 away from that. Is Misty going to go up $106 in the next 4 days? Who knows? Who knows? But that is, in my opinion, a huge, colossal waste of, I'm going to call it my money because I'm investing in this fund. I asked Jay on one of the people who interviewed Jay. I asked the question, and somebody asked it: Why do we have our credit call spreads so far away? Why not closer? Why not make them relevant to what we do? And he said they're there to capture the upside, but they're not capturing upside when they're $110 away from the strike price of your call. It's like me, right? I want to lose 40 pounds, but I'm going to do it at the end of this week. I'm trying to think of an analogy here. Trying to lose 40 pounds by the end of this week, okay? But I'm going to set my actual target at 3 pounds. I have no chance in reaching 40 pounds, right? Unless I eat some I don't know, some sort of chocolate that helps you do that. But 40 pounds, it's unreachable. So this $480, it's a Christmas miracle. If we got there, that'd be incredible for the share price of MSTY and MicroStrategy. It would be like Santa came down your chimney and you saw him come out the chimney with all your presents. It's a miracle if we get to 480. But I don't know, when they were setting it, they're like, you know what? Let's set it $110 away from our original strike price. Why not believe in the strike price and set your strike price higher and collect those premiums? Set that strike price at 400 and collect your premiums. Win your weeklies. Now we're losing the weekly and we're also losing the credit call spread. Double whammy. This is what I'm talking about, guys. I'm spending 1% of my money on getting a $4 dividend potentially this week. And it's not because of these weeklies, it's because of the synthetic option. What's going on? I know. And listen. Remember at the start of this rant, I said I want my cake and I want to eat it too. That's what's happening here, right? I'm getting my cake with this monthly distribution. But can you imagine, instead of 350, my prediction, by the way, I could totally be wrong. I've been wrong every single time. But I want my 350. But imagine if they had a 1, 5, or 50% of their weeklies, 60% of the weeklies, by setting these weekly calls a little bit higher. Imagine what your distribution would be then. Wouldn't it be, you know, $4, 450, 550? Do you think maybe? I think, right? Send the resume. Listen, I'm not an expert, that's for sure. Not an expert. This is not advice. How many calls have I ever written in my life? Probably like under 100. So my resume is looking pretty blank, but I know MicroStrategies is the most volatile on the market. So why not set these weeklies higher? That's just my opinion on that one. Thanks, Grant. Appreciate you. But I don't know. How do you guys feel? I got 19 human beings in here. Any of you bots? How many bots do I have watching this? Man, I'm a bot. Yeah. I mean, what do you guys think the distribution is going to be for Misty? It's just a fun thing to think about, right? Who's thinking $5? I haven't seen anybody predict $5. It's getting crazy out there, but I'm going low balling this thing 350. I'm thinking, but that's your micro strategy. That's your Misty conversation. Actually, you know what? I've opened up my passive account here, and actually, I noticed today that 3 people. Jonah, how's it going? Thanks for being a lurker. I appreciate that. 3 people have taken me up on this passive thing here. So I've got a link in all of my videos. I'll post it at the end of this one. I haven't put any comments in here, but all my videos have my passive link. This is a dividend tracker. It's pretty cool. I think it's $99 for per year for the premium version. They have a non-premium version. This is what we're looking at. This is the premium version. I'm a Quest Trade holder, and because I'm a Quest Trade user, I get this for free. If you're a Quest Trade user in Canada, sign up with my link. My buddy did it today. He's probably watching this video right now. Don't comment because your full name's on there if you're watching this. But he signed up today. He said it was pretty awesome. And he got his for free. He's also a Quest Trade, but he used my link. So I noticed that 11 people signed up for it. I got credit for 3 of them. And so that was $20 per person, $60 coming my way. Thank you very much, everybody. Appreciate the support there. I'm pumped, Jonah, as well. Ann says 517. Oh, I hope you're right. Justin says 420.69. Definitely. That would be awesome as well. It will be $1 less than my wife's spending. That's awesome. 517. Now that would be sweet. I still have 173 shares for now. We'll see how long they last on my account here. I'm predicting they will disappear, but whatever the dividend is, I'm going to buy. I am going to buy on the ex-dividend date with the value that I get. So I have 173 shares. Let's say it was $4. You do the math for me. but, 573, whatever the math is. I'm gonna take that right out of my bank account, put it straight in on the ex-dividend date, and then I'm gonna get that, money for me up here in the far off land of Canada. I get that money on the next Monday, and I'll just take it out of my account, put it back into my, bank account for future purchases. So I don't invest with premium. My account is called a tax-free savings account. Here in Canada, we're not allowed using, did I say premium? We're not allowed using, margin is the word I meant, margin. We can't use margin on a TFSA, tax-free savings account. So I kind of create my own margin in a different sense. I get paid, or I get told on the or on the distribution date how much I'm going to get. So I ended up buying on the ex dividend date that value of these shares. I've done it now for 3 months. I don't know if we can tell on this list here. Yeah, see the blue here? That's me buying and selling each month. So this is August. I contributed 500. I took out 414, right? So up a little bit. Here's September, contributed 440. Took 400 back out on when I got paid. And then last month contributed 810, just slightly more than I made with dividends here. And then I took the 750 out on the Monday. Hi, Ann. How's it going? Where are you from? We're in Canada. Tell me your exact address. I'm just kidding. Don't do that. This is the internet. But what area of Canada are you in? Yeah, here's my distribution so far. I've been with Yieldmax now for since March of last year. I had Tesla was the only thing I had with Yieldmax, and then come the date of reverse split, I sold all my shares and I ended up buying Misty. So that was around March. I think it was slightly after it reverse split. I was like, I'm out of here. And then you could see here in April, I switched over to NVDY. Trying to think of a good pun for the carpentry, but I can't think of anything that would work. Jonah, you're a genius. You're like a carpenter who thinks one step ahead. Thailand, take me there right now. Take me. What? How much is the flight? Can you have me stay at your place? Do you have a nice place? I'll buy the food for a month. I'm in. Let's go to Thailand, everybody. So there's my distributions. 652 in NVIDIA, 300. You can kind of see a trend coming up here. 613 for NVIDIA, 801, and then here comes the trend. 406, 464. Last month 395, this month 367. Now this is Canadian. This is after tax as well. So I've already been taxed my 15% at this point. So I've been happy with NVIDIA. I said that I was going to stop at 300 shares, but it's not buying me, as you can see, my $500 a month that I want. I want to have 6 of those $500 pillars. And so, I mean, if we go back here, we look at Misty. I got it started in June, 25 bucks, just did my toe in, $123, 163 in August. It's going up here, 166, 769 last month. So it was over my 500, which I'm happy about. And actually it brought over my total, right? That would be 2 funds, $500 a piece. I got 1165, so it brought over my total, thank goodness. But I mean, I'm trying to bring that up to $3,000 a month here. How am I doing it? Just reinvesting every single month is the battle plan over here. And then this month so far, 374. But at the end of this week, that number will be up. Actually, I usually get it around Saturday. Keep it going, Jonah. I need that in my life. And then down below on passive here, you can see totals. So far, 39.98. Again, this is all Canadian. Misty 12.46 so far since June. That's pretty darn good. Tesla 12.02 this year, and then I had some other ones. HYLD.to. If you're Canadian and you don't want to go so risky, HYLD.to is an incredible fund. Don't quote me. I haven't looked at it in, I don't know, 4 months, but it is paying 14 cents per share, 17 cents per share, and I had bought that at 11, sold it at 14, which is pretty good. QQQY. I always want to do that. The horns, the celebration horns on YouTube. QQQY. I sold that because it was just a stare. Hey, speaking of carpenter jokes, I was looking one step ahead. This thing was stepping down into the basement, and so I got out of there pretty quick. I think I only had like 3 or 4 months in QQQY. HMax.to, another one, Canadian. This is a Hamilton fund, and same deal, right? So it's like $17 for man, don't quote me, $14, $17, but it pays off 14 cents per share every month. So pretty steady on that one. That one's a bank fund, and if you don't know much about the Canadian banks, they're what the people in the world want, except for TD now. TD is in. They got fined $2 billion for something like money smuggling. I could be wrong on that on the exact offense. Go look it up. But yeah, the Canadian banks, people like putting their money in that. And then I've got the Coney all the way down here at the bottom. I've so far received a uh, whopping $11 from Coney. So you can say I'm kind of a big deal in the Coney world. No big deal over here. If you want autographs, I'm willing to sign them. But you have to buy me a share of Coney to make that happen. By the way, if you're here right now, one of the 22 people watching, can you hit the like? Can you comment? Thanks so much. I appreciate that. If you're not subscribed, what's your problem? I'm trying to get to 2,000, and it's free for you to do. You see my face on your screen, click it, watch it, love it, comment. If you don't love it, still comment. All of those things, right? Appreciate you. I wanted to take a picture of my bookshelf today, so I took a selfie. Oh man, that's such an ocean joke too. It works on multiple facets. So yeah, passive here. I mean, I don't necessarily trust all the numbers in here, like net contributions. Um, I don't think it's taking away the blue down here, the money I've taken out. It's just talking about what I've contributed, but I guess that's the net, right? Yeah. I love it, Grant. Contribution streak 3 months. I mean, it's like that's how do we say that? Fake news. That's how we say it, right? In the US, fake news. Because I mean, I took the money back out. I contributed, but I took the money back out, right? Net change. I mean, it's been a good last 3, 4 months here. Up 6,300, pretty good. Rate of return 29%, pretty good. Investment growth up 39.84. And can you guys tell me why? I know why. One fund in particular. Misty, right? Misty. Definitely bringing that up for sure. Yeah, and because I'm investing in ETFs, I there's no fee up here in Canada with Questrade. No fee to invest in ETFs. It's free. It does cost money to take it out. I think it's $4.95 for us on Questrade to sell those funds. So that's what's going on here. Roundhill, good and plenty. One. Roundhill's definitely on the horizon. I did a couple videos that my highest video, most views ever, was a video on qdte, and I think I almost have 10,000 views on that one. And I talked about the nav erosion on qdte. Say it slowly with me, everybody. Qdte. And I was a little worried. And this is a number of months ago. And I haven't really spent too much time looking at it, but I see people. I actually got a comment yesterday randomly. How about that nav erosion? So I'm gathering it's going down. Let's take a look at it. QDTE. I'm going to say stock. There it is, 42. Now, when I did this video, it was at 52. Oh, am I lying? I could be lying. I thought it was 52. I guess I am lying. I'm a liar. So who knows what it was. But it is going down. You gotta love those weekly payments though on QDTE. Let's go to Roundhill's website. Roundhill. And then yeah, it's been a while since I've been here. No, thank you. I am subscribed already. Thank you very much. Let's go explore all ETFs. Let's go to QDTE here. What do we do? View ETF. Man, it's been a while since I've been on this website, you guys. QDTE, and you can take a look at all of their distributions down below here, which is pretty cool. Show more. So there's the dates that they're coming out. Every week it comes out if you don't know. And I'll zoom in a little bit here so you can see it. I mean, look at those dividends. They're pretty good. pretty good. 25. Look at that, 44 cents sitting there, 31 cents, 47, 51. So, back here they must have generated a lot of income, but the price of the stock, the ETF, has come down a little bit. I mean, if we take a look at 1 year, it's down 8%. $4 is not the end of the world. You're making weekly income. If you have enough money in there, you can compound that to buy more. That's kind of your thing there. I don't mind that one at all. I when I made those videos, I really liked xdte better, even though it pays less. What do I need to do here to make this happen? xdte, there it is. It pays less every month, quite a bit less actually. But if we look at xdte up here, it's pretty stable. I'm just saying stock. I know it's an ETF. Pretty stable, right? Up 13 cents. No biggie on that one, but you're making your money on your dividends. And if you have enough money in it, you're going to make a good income so far, historically speaking, right? And this one I could say, yes, historically speaking, but past performance doesn't mean it's going to happen in the future. If the S&P 500 crashes, then so will funds like this. Again, I'm just going to say now that I've been doing this for 36 minutes. I'm not a financial advisor, just some guy that was outside 36 minutes ago raking his leaves on a day off over here, bereavement day. But yeah, look at these. They're quite a bit less, right? 27, 21, 15, 23, 21, 20. Quite a bit less than qdte, but you got the positive of the share price so far. Hey, let's get our carpenter jokes out here. Everybody knock on wood with me. So far, not going anywhere. It's stagnant. The price is stagnant. All you're doing is you're collecting distributions weekly, right? So xdte. I haven't spent 1 second looking at rdte. Anybody in the chat want to tell me how rdte is doing so far? I know small markets were coming up there after interest rates went down. So this is your Russell right here. 1 year chart up $2. I mean, it came out like the beginning of March here, as in out like a lion. That's what I meant. It came out in September, everybody. Out like a lion. And then it tapered back down. And then the last month here, I don't know, something happened. Some large orange human won something. I'm not too sure. And the entire market went up a little bit. But rdte here, thankfully, the market went up. That was nice, eh? Let's take a look at rdte. I mean, those are pretty nice looking distributions so far. 33, 26, 25. What about you guys? Hey, David, thanks for hanging out with me. Join us later. Watch it after. Weekly. I don't have any weeklies right now, Anne. Yeah, yeah. I'm not opposed to them though. I might stick with the Yieldmax for now because that's kind of what I'm used to. YMAX, YMAG, maybe. I know. Let's go back over here. Let's take a look at our ETFs. Let me zoom out a little bit so I can get these. They're all the way down at the bottom down there. YMAX and YMAG, they kind of go up and down like a yo-yo whenever it comes to these distributions. Like I would care zero amount about 11 cents here. That would do nothing for me. In fact, it would make me angry. If I owned YMAX, I'd be like 11 cents. Keep it. Put it in next week. 11 cents. Retiring. Oh man, that's subjective. So I'm doing my real estate course, and I just looked last night. I've been doing it since August of last year. It's a long course. It's 7 courses long. Each course is like 40 to 60, and one course is 125 hours long. And so I'm on course 4 right now, and I'm on the last module. I could finish it today. And then they have this thing up here called Pass It, which is like the Cole's Note of these courses. They really kind of dive deep into what you really need to know instead of reading the same information 47 times. And then you write a test. And then after that, I have to do simulation 2, which is all on commercial real estate. and then course 5, which is just a read. So I'll be a realtor if I buckle the shoes down right now by the end of this year. That's the hope. And then I'm going to be working 2 jobs. I'm going to be working my regular job here and real estate. So the goal is to retire as soon as humanly possible. If I stay doing what I'm doing right now, I'll retire when I'm 107 years old. And if I buckle down, hopefully a little quicker than that. Weekly, yeah, weekly's good for sure. I'm not opposed to it. Everybody's got their own style, right? What they like. It's nice getting a weekly check from these. That's for sure. I actually let's go take a look at Yieldmax performance here. Boom. So that's doing all right. Ever since it came out weekly here, down 10% in the last year. We've definitely we've got to have made more than 10% in distribution so far, I'd say. That's pretty good. Down 2% on rdte, share price not including dividends. Okay. Yeah. Not bad, right? I mean, rdte, if depends when you got in. If you got in up here at $46 and today is 44, then whatever. Hold. Hold. Being Canadian stock price is too high with our money. Single ETF pay more for me. Yeah. Yep, for sure. Got 4 in Canada Monday payday. Grant, what are you talking about? This lady from my hometown evaporated. She will be missed. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I know. Oh, you're talking about that's what you're talking about. Real estate agent. You know what? I've got the drive, Grant. I've got the ambition. I have the skill. I teach sales as a daily thing. I've wanted to be in real estate forever. I just had a really stable job for the past 11 years, but that stability is floating right now. So with the economy up here in Canada, stability isn't really there, right? So I have a good market up here already. I know a lot of people. I'm connected in the neighborhood, so I feel good. I feel good about my chances, and I'm a good people person. Big smile on my face always. So I am nervous though. Whenever you leave something I'm not leaving by the way, but when you go do something else other than what you've been doing for 11 years, it's a big change. That's for sure. I am nervous. So wish me luck. But yeah, what is it? Something like 80% of the market is held by 10% of the agents up here. So I got to get that market share. That's for sure. Nice. Very good. 18 people watching this. That's incredible. Thanks so much for joining today, everybody. Hit the subscribe button. Trying to get to 2,000. I don't know if it's attainable by December the 25th, 2024. Appreciate you being here. And yeah, so this channel, I mean, let's go up here. This channel has been around for coming up a year, December 14th, 2023. I started it. If you want to take a look at my first videos, if you're looking to ever start a YouTube channel yourself, go all the way back to the beginning of Mike here at Health and Wealth, and man, was I nervous. You can hear it in my. I was nervous. I was. You could hear in my voice. I wasn't talking to anybody, but the nerves go away quickly. Here's my first video ever. 155 views 11 months ago. Look at the haircut on that hippie. And sharing my screen. Actually, the very first time I shared this, you see the gray stuff at the top up here? This is all my account info. I flashed that out there for the world to see, but I went and got rid of it. I was freaking out, man. I was like, somebody's gonna go in and give me $50 on my account. But yeah, that's my first video ever. And yeah, I've come a long way. I think the quality of my videos are a little bit higher than what they used to be. I try and do this without edits. My videos without edits, just kind of raw dogging it like I'm doing right now. And I think that's what people like. They like the editless videos, and that's what I'm going for here. Trying to provide you guys with some quality information, but also some entertainment there from a guy like myself who's in the world of Yieldmax. But yeah, doing all right. You guys want to go see how much I made so far? It's nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. If you can see my views here, hovering from the 92 up to, there's one video with like 10,000, but around the 1,000 view mark. I think I make about 10 cents per view. You guys want to be nosy? Take a look to see how much I've made so far. I'll do it for you. I mean, who knows? Maybe this is something you would like to do so with your time. So this is the last 28 days. I've made 337.82 so far in the last 28 days here. If we want to go last 90 days, that's really when I started making money on this channel. 694.03. This does not include tax. And oh, look at this. We can see the people watching right now. 34 have watched this hour. Thanks for being here. 694 so far. If you want to take a look at just November, I've really stepped it up here in November. November itself, 180 bucks. Last month was my highest month out of the 359 here. So that was good. I'm getting a check in 3 days for that. Well, now it'll be 359 minus tax, anywhere from 10% to 30%, but hopefully it's 10. And what am I doing with that money? So I spend a lot of time away from my family while I make these YouTube videos. So I'm spending it on my family. What I'm doing is I'm paying off my mortgage just slightly quicker with my income from YouTube. Yeah, so on that note, if you want to become a member, that would help that mortgage payment. Appreciate you. I have 2 members so far, and they're awesome. It's awesome. It all adds up. Yeah, exactly. So, that first payment was $114 I got after tax, and I put it straight on the mortgage, and it took off an extra week. So this one, 359. I hope it takes off a month's worth of mortgage payments at the back end, and then the next one, I'm aiming for more than $359, but I've got to put the work in for you guys to make that happen. And we're gonna see what happens, right? So it's not a crazy amount of money or anything like that, especially with my channel. If you look at other channels that have more subscribers, maybe catchier thumbnails, catchier titles, things like that, then they're gonna go ahead and make a little bit more than I do. But this is just a hobby for me. I watch these videos all the time because I'm a Yieldmax investor. I'm a high yield dividend investor. So I thought, why not go out there and just share my opinion? Just some random dude, right? It's not too far from my house, Grant. I will not. I was there this summer and made a couple of videos at the beach. Grant, I don't know if if you ever go, they have a YMCA there. Park at the YMCA and walk behind the YMCA. 5 minutes, you're on the beach, and it's like a private beach. Nobody else is around. It's awesome. Dun, dun, dun. Nice, Grant. Have a good walk. Thanks for joining us today. It was awesome talking to you. Yeah, it all adds up. Anyway, so that's the channel so far. I'm working on building it here. We're getting a little bit bigger. Hey, Grant, we're not too far away. Not too far away at all. So, yeah, appreciate you guys tuning into my channel. It's been good so far. I've really been only kind of hitting this channel for 3 months. We talked about Cony. I'm a major shareholder of Cony, and so I have 10 shares of Cony. So when Yieldmax makes decisions, they call me first to get my opinion on it. Just kidding. But I think I bought at the other day, ex-dividend date. What was it? What was the ex-dividend date? Thursday of last week? Yeah. So I bought at 17.44, right around there. And so I think I had 3 shares before that. I have 10. I do plan on buying more and more shares here as we go. I want to I think that's going to be my third pillar. So pillar number 1 is NVDY, NVDY. I currently have 300 shares of that. So far, NVDY has paid me $3,998. That's Canadian. So I don't know. That's probably about 3,300 US. And I have 8,500 invested into it. I've taken most of that money, 39.98, put it into Misty, and so that's gonna be pillar number 2. So far, Misty, I've owned it for 4 months, paid me 12.46 Canadian, so I don't know, that's like 800 US. And then so I'm still building that Misty pillar up, and then I'm just any extra, cash hanging around, I throw it into Coney. And, so do I love Coney? Not yet. I don't love Coney yet. I don't even know where Coney went on this page up here. Is this Coney? Let me do that one more time. ETF. There we go. Oh, that I was looking at the wrong chart completely. My bad. I didn't hit enter. So I bought it on Thursday. What date is it today? Thursday. Yeah, 12/60 I bought it at. Is that possible? That's October. That's not possible. Man, there it is. The 7th. Yeah, 16/12 I bought it at last Thursday, or around that anyway. So it's been good. Um, no problem, Christian. Yeah, I like buying on the ex dividend date. I think psychologically, people are like, I want that dividend now. So why not buy it today? But for me, I'm in it for the long term, so I'm buying on the ex dividend date just to kind of lower my cost basis a little bit on these things. I think that's working so far. I've only done it for 3 months out of my how many months have I been with Yieldmax here? 18, something like that. So, so far so good. I don't Can I read that out loud, Jonah? I'm gonna read it to myself first, okay? If you're not watching this on the live chat or live reveal here, you can go ahead and hit the live chat on the right side. Jonah says, my girlfriend ate too many bananas, so I had to take her to urgent care. She went into anaphylactic shock. Bananaphylactic shock. Good times. No, that's awful. How did they treat it? That's what I want to know. How did they treat it? So Coney, right? I know a lot of you that are watching this have been a Coney investor, and you can't be too happy about minus 29% in the last year here. But I mean, if you look at its entire time out, it's down 9% in value, share price value. But I I think Coney is one of those funds where you've made all of your money back in distributions. If here's $10,000 yield max on day one, you've probably made your $10,000 back so far. Again, past performance doesn't mean it's going to happen in the future. Are we going to we're seeing it right now with NVDY? NVDY has had some monstrous distributions, but now they're paying out a buck. This is the second lowest payment this last month or 2 weeks ago. In this year, January of this year was 64 cents, and then this one was a dollar two, give or take a couple cents there, everybody. But we're seeing that we're not just because Misty's going to pay out $4 last month doesn't mean they're going to pay out $4 this month. Doesn't mean they're going to pay out $4 next month or the month after that, right? It's all about their performance. If you're new to watching the channel today, we talked about Mister quite a bit earlier. We talked about MicroStrategies. We talked about the Misty calls, how they're doing. Um, Meh. Yeah, the weekly calls, meh. I mean, their synthetic is awesome, but their weekly calls are not good. But yeah, what's your biggest holding here, guys? Everybody, people, what do you love? What don't you love? I'm gonna drink some water. Oh my goodness, we're coming up to an hour of talking here. I definitely have a cold coming, but I won't be using my sleeve to blow my nose like other people out there in the world. And I'm gonna try not to clear my throat too hard in your ear here, because that's rude, right? That is rude. So, welcome aboard. That's my channel name, Health and Wealth. If you're not currently subscribed, and here's what we're doing: we're discussing my holdings and yours. And something that I definitely highly recommend you watch is it's on my channel here. I'll link it after I air this video completely. The earnings call from MicroStrategy was on October 30th. Fast forward to the Michael Saylor portion. You'll know it's him. He's a white guy with white hair that looks like a villain from Die Hard. I'm pretty sure he was the actor in the first Die Hard. He was the villain. That's what he looks like to me. So if you haven't seen it yet, tune into that one. What do you guys got planned for the week? Good and plenty. Misty has been incredible. Friend of mine today, who's probably watching this video. Hello, friend. How are you? He called me and I said, I'm not working today. Just to give you the heads up. He's a work colleague. He's like, I got $1,000 from Coney burning a hole in my pocket. What do I buy? And I said, I don't know. Good question. Uh, what's down? Right? And he said, I really want to buy Misty. Well, Misty paying out this week. Is it the best time to buy it when it's up third to like, and just today up 265? I don't know. That's a personal choice. How long do you plan on holding this fund for? If you plan on holding it forever, then who cares? Oh no, don't say that. I don't want to say who cares about the price. Okay, just so you know, you should care about the price of the ETF here. take that, take that back. I take that back. If you plan on holding it forever, do you think the distributions you get will reach your dollar average? And if you think that, you feel that, you're convicted in that thought process, then go ahead and buy it. But if you're planning on having it for a month or 2 months, then maybe buying when it's at a high price of $38 isn't the right time to do that. But its highest price ever was 44.90. And that was March of this year. Uh, is it going to go there again? Maybe. If Bitcoin keeps going up, then probably, especially after MicroStrategy here went ahead and bought $2 more billion worth of Bitcoin yesterday. Maybe, right? So he said, screw it. I'm going to do it. So he bought $1,000 worth of Bitcoin today. I think it was 28 shares. Ended up, or not Bitcoin. Imagine I bought 28 Bitcoin today. Wow, that'd be nice, right? I'd be retired. No, he bought 28 shares of Misty today. So good decision. I don't know. How long are you planning on staying in for? You want to keep it forever and you think it's going to stay around 19 to $44 and you're still going to get paid every single month? Then yeah, not bad. Not bad. I told him be a wildcat, go with something else. Speaking of something else, I have a couple other funds I haven't talked about here. If you've been watching my videos, I sold that covered call. Oh my goodness, stock. I sold RKLB. That's the one. RKLB stock. I'll say it one more time. I sold that call on Misty, December the 20th, $34. It's a covered call, which means I own the shares. It's 100 shares I put up for auction, as I like to call it. I made a whopping 80 cents per share, so $80 minus 10.95. I think it was $10 fee at Equestri, could be 10.95. And so I put them up for auction. This is when Misty was at $31. And I don't know if you guys are like me. When you buy something or you sell something, it does the opposite of what you're looking for it to do. So when I sold that covered call, it did the opposite almost immediately. The price of the stock skyrocketed. The price of the ETF also skyrocketed. Of course, it's just the way it goes, right? So what I did with those funds is I bought Rocket Lab, a rocket company here, number 2 in all of the land. I bought it at $13. Oh, this is the one day. And I bought it like 2 weeks ago. I bought it at 13, I don't know, 46, 5 shares worth. So I'm happy with the performance since then, that's for sure. And I wish I had more shares, obviously, but Rocket Lab, I believe in it. I think it's going to do well. They've been very successful so far in their brief history. My worst investment of all time was a company called Aster. There it is right there. Oh, it's not even coming up anymore. That's how terrible it is. I followed a YouTuber, which don't do, by the way. They don't know what they're talking about. I followed a YouTuber and oh, you know what? That's my problem. There's an A on that. There's the stock. And he said, "This thing's going to $100." Hold on, it's not even showing us anymore what I bought it at. I bought it at, I think, $12, and it did go up to $20 at one point, and then they shot a rocket to the sky and kaboom! I sold it. I was watching it live on YouTube. I sold it immediately, and I was only down a couple bucks. But this thing, look at it now, right? 15 cents. I don't even think it's on the Nasdaq anymore. Delisted for sure. So that's why I don't follow YouTubers on their advice. Do your own research for sure. But that's one of my worst investments. It's fun to talk about the glory days, right? But now I have this one. I only have 5 shares. It's nothing major in this, but I do like Rocket Lab's future. I like Space's future, and so I'm an investor in that one for sure. Da, da, da. Jonas says, my doctor said I need to quit eating deli meat immediately, so I quit cold turkey. Nailed it. Nailed it. You guys like my microphone? Changes colors. Oh my goodness, maybe. There we go. Put it on the multicolor up here. So, yes, talk to me in the chat. I got 17 of you here right now. Where are you from? What are you invested in? I'm going to scroll up just a little bit here. Ann says 1,000 Misty, 1,200 NVDY, 500 AMZ, 1,000 Coney, 500 Alti, 1,000 Tesla. So, Ann, I'm actually looking for a sugar mama if you're available. Just kidding. I'm not. But that's incredible. That's awesome. Those paychecks have got to be good. That's for sure. I hope to get there one day myself. Who knows? By the time I have accumulated that much net worth, this might not even be a fund. Yieldmax might not be a fund. People ask that question: how long can these last? Well, how long can you write options? Do you think MicroStrategies is going to be here in 10 years? Maybe. What was it? SCMI? Super microcomputers just about to be delisted just out of nowhere. Poof, right? It could happen to anybody. But do you think NVIDIA is that going to happen to NVIDIA? Doubtful. They're like the second biggest company in the world right now. I highly doubt it, right? So can you write covered calls? Can you write synthetic options on these companies? Then this should be around still. If they don't improve their strategy, then our dollar value of our fund could go down. But yeah. You're old. How old are you? That's not polite to ask, but nobody can see you. How long have you been investing? Wolf is in the house. Wolf is one of my most frequent commenters. Wolf, I think you've commented on my videos 32 times. I saw it yesterday. I appreciate you. You are making this channel better. Thank you very much for your loyalty to my channel. I appreciate that for sure. 1,050 Misty, 1,275 NVIDY, 1,350 Coney, 1,350 Alti, 500 AMZ, 760 qdte, and 360 rdte in one account. 400 shares of SCMI, 3 put contracts on it. Nice, good call on that one. That's awesome, Wolf. That is awesome. I have fractions of what you have. I mean, I just want to make sure I overstate this. Don't listen to anything I'm doing. I'm just kind of reporting on what I'm seeing. You guys can see I don't have the skin in the game like lots of you do. Make your own decisions. Is Yieldmax the right fund for you? Roundhill. What's the other one that I don't invest in? I used to. Oh my goodness, you guys tell me. What was it? qdte is in that other one. Forgotten the name of it. Listen, I'll take the stalkers, all right? But if you show up at my house, I'm probably bigger than you, okay? So don't show up at my house. That's awesome, Wolf. I appreciate you being here. It's so good. I love the comments. I love that. Yeah. Roundhill? No, it's not Roundhill. Oh man, what's her name? Cynthia? She's over there at that other one. I'm gonna look it up. You're gonna make me do it. Not qdte. Oh my goodness. Mississauga? Nice. I'm just north of you. I can't believe I'm forgetting the name of it. QQQY. That's the one. And that's under Defiance, right? That's the other one there. I had QQQY. These guys did a reverse split, did they not? Look at that staircase. Ugh, I'm out. I was out a long time ago on that one. Edmonton, welcome aboard. Oh, Canada. How about those Toronto Maple Leafs this weekend, Kluver? Hey, go Leafs, go. Beat your Edmonton Oilers. Welcome aboard, everybody. If you're new to the live, thanks for being here. How long have you been watching? I've been on here for an hour and 5 minutes, which is a new world record. This is the first live I've ever had. How is the live going for you so far? Tell me your feelings. I want to know. If I need to put on some Sam Smith, I will to bring out the feelings. You say I'm not going to sing anymore. I don't want any copyrights on this video, but usually that brings out the feelings. Definitely. There's me down there. Yeah, not invested in Defiance at all. I was for about 3 months, and then this right here, I actually just fell off one of these stairs here and sold all my shares at a loss. Retired 7 years ago and started day trading. And do you want my phone number? You want to? Do you need a roommate? Own QQQY, but sold out when I started buying qdte. Yeah, good call. Not stock advice, not ETF advice, but good call for sure on that one. Look at that thing. That's gross. That's I'm not even paying attention to this one at all, but like when you see that happening, that's just people, that's the traditional comment that we used to get with Yieldmax is what about that NAV erosion, right? And that's awesome. That is awesome. I have one that snores. That's great. Misty just crushing it over here, by the way, today, up 7.82%. If you're a Misty shareholder, you got to be excited about that. MicroStrategy crushing it today. Like, look at this 8%, 29 bones. Oh, my goodness. I do have 76 shares other than the covered call I've sold. So, I'm happy about that too. Definitely bringing up my 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 worth, if you will. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Woodstock. Hold on, is Woodstock near Brampton or is Woodstock near London? I always get that mixed up. That's Woodbridge is near Brampton, right? Um, my tree's looking better. This guy right here, Tom Brady Green Jr., that's the name of him, was out at the patio door all weekend long. I had him outside this morning. I watered him. He's got like 3 new leaves on the top up here. He's just crushing it. Hey, life has been rejuvenated for him. No, no, no. Thanks for the compliment. You know what? You feeling good about that, buddy? They're talking about you. Woodstock. I also buy the underlying stock for Div, so own Tesla, NVIDIA, and Coin, and Amazon. I had Tesla. I day traded actually Tesla. I wouldn't call it day trading. I kind of swing traded, weekly traded. Tesla, I sold it on its ups, bought it on its lows, a few years ago, and made a killing doing that. Actually, it was really, really good. But back then, the share price was much lower. It was prior to a split share that I did it, and it was lucrative. That's for sure. But I was doing it with my entire account worth, which was dangerous for sure. But I mean, retrospectively, is that the word? If I look back and just left my money in there, I'd be probably up higher than I am right now. I do like Tesla. What did he say about the robots? The most valuable thing that is going to be on the market in the history of the world. It's not the exact quote, but something like that. New to self-investing, what account is best for USD investments like qdte and Misty? Czar, not the right person to ask on that one. I'm not too sure what you guys do down in the US, but I think you have like a retirement savings type thing. So it depends on how long you want to invest for. On that one, I would probably seek a financial advisor to ask that question, or if you trust the silly gooses on YouTube, you might be able to look that up directly. But I don't want to lead you astray on that one. If you're in Canada, we have three different types of account. We have cash account. You get taxed on the cash account, right? I'm in a tax-free savings account, but because I'm trading American stocks and ETFs that pay dividends, I get taxed 15% before I even get that money tax. That's the only tax I pay on it though. And then up here we also have RRSP, uh, registered retired retirement savings plan. My buddy's watching me. He made fun of me the last time I said that. He said, "Why can't you say that?" I don't know. We have RRSP, and then that was pretty cool. It's like a locked-in account. You can't take your money out until you retire, and then when you do take your money out, that's when you get taxed. So a lot of people in Canada have their Yieldmax or their high income dividend paying monthly distribution weeklies. They put them in their RRSP. They don't get any tax taken until they retire, right? And then so when they retire, they have a lower tax bracket. They're taxed at that lower tax bracket. So those are the three up here. Mine's in a TFSA. My goal is to max that bad boy out, and then my RRSP is already maxed out. So at that point, we'll go cash, cold hard cash account every day. But yeah, so I've got a lot of room. I think I'm at 20 grand in my TFSA. I think I can get to like 70 grand. So I've got a lot of room to grow. And that's not just in the value of that, that's how much I've contributed to it. So I mean, the value of the TFSA is up, but that's because of performances from Misty here, NVDY, although NVIDIA's down, but the dividends I've got. But that's the goal, right? Max that thing out, and then I'll deal with cash after that. QQQY and IWMY have cut the distribution so aren't failing as fast. That's smart. Still own a small position of IWMY in my daughter's account. That's cool. I like that, right? I mean, things like Alti paying out these crazy dividends, the ETF price just plummeting. Where are they paying that money from? They didn't earn that money. Right? They're taking it out of the value of your shares. That's NAV erosion right there. So, the rumor is they're trying to fix that by writing puts and that sort of thing, and maybe not being so risky and maybe not paying out as much of a dividend so that the NAV doesn't erode. I think that's smart. I hope that for all of you Alti holders out there that the share price comes up, plus you get your cake too. But instead of paying 83 cents, why not pay out 50 cents? Take 30, put it in the NAV. Bought Tesla at 126 back in last January. Nice. So my story, and everybody else, was how I got into investing. It's in one of my videos, by the way. I think it's in my first video where I was real nervous talking about it. So I just had a kid, and my dad said Apple is going to split. They're going to do a 4-for-1, maybe 5-for-1, 4-for-1 share split. Let's put 10 grand in each. I didn't have an account at the time, so I gave him 10 grand, and we bought a bunch of shares of Apple. And then like the next day, Tesla said, "We're gonna split. We're doing a 5-for-1." And if you ever go back to that day, look at the charts of both of those. Apple's like, "Yeah, we're going up a little bit because of the split." Tesla's like, "Oh yeah, hold my drink." They just skyrocketed. It was insane how much the Tesla share price went up when they announced that split. Now this was 4 years ago that happened. So I've only really been investing myself for 4 years now. And so what happened was I ended up saying to my dad, "Let me have the value of that back." And then, it was up. Apple was up. So I got my own cash, and then I got my cash back and created my own account, and here we are. Since then, I day traded a ton. Fat burgers. What else did I day trade? That was a fun one. Fat burgers. Best story was SNDL. I had a 10% rule, so day trading 10%. If I made 10%, sell. Well, if I had waited 2 minutes, I would have made $32,000 instead of 200. But I didn't because I had a 10% rule. But yeah, those are the day trades. There's a bunch of other ones in there too. Had some terrible investment companies like not Rocket Lab, but Rocket Mortgage, RKT, I think it is. That wasn't a good one. It was good for a bit. I kind of like did weekly trades on that one, but yeah, it's cool to talk about, right? Yes, I have most of my dividend stocks in the options I write. Oh, you know what? I just realized I can put that on the screen. Sorry about that, everybody. It's my first time. Don't judge me. Have most of my dividend stocks and options I write are in my IRA that I didn't use to supplement my SSDI because it can't grow. It can grow tax free until I withdraw it. That's cool. Um, I've owned Apple for years. Been in two splits, 19,000 shares. Justin, you looking for a roommate? Around 4.4 now. Plan to just leave it. Smart. I think that's smart. Apple, right? Did you hear the Apple iPhone 16? You can actually phone people now. It's incredible the innovation they've had from phone to phone. Sarcasm. Ann here invests in crypto. That's what I'm talking about, Ann. You've got it going on, Ann. You have got it going on. If you ever need, what's the opposite of a sugar daddy? That's me. Okay, I'm here for you. I'm joking. I'm joking. Thank you for the comments, by the way, everybody. Appreciate that. Really, really good. No roommates. That's awesome, Justin. I'll put that up there. Oh, I can't believe I haven't been putting these comments up. Do you guys like this live? Should I do it again one day? Don't think my wife would like roommates. Probably leave to our kid. I love it. I love it. Bought 10 for 434 years ago. How old are you, Anne? What's your secret? It's incredible. Anne here. She bought 10 for 434 years ago. She must not be having dairy. Thanks, Wolf, for being here. Appreciate you. Enjoy. Yeah, I've got to run in half an hour here to do the same. That's awesome, man. Appreciate. That's pretty cool. That's for sure. I definitely want to set something up for my kids. It's all good for my kid. I don't have kids. For my kid as well. But yeah, thanks, Wolf. Thank you very much. Nice. All right. Well, you know what, guys? I don't want to make this stagnant. I like to do more lives in the future. Let me know in the comments if that's something you want to do. Just have a chit chat about how you're investing, what you like, what you don't like. I'll do a recap of what we talked about originally. We talked about Misty doing very, very well today. And I mean, you've been with me for an hour and 17 minutes here. Misty rocking and rolling, which is cool. I love it. I have 173 shares of Misty. 100 of those are on the shelf because I've written a covered call on them. And then I have 73 other ones that are making money right now. So, I'm probably up $150 today on those other 73. So that's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Purpose ETFs. I'll do it after. Kluver, thanks so much. I appreciate you. Mister itself, killing it. Later on today, I'm going to record a video of Michael Saylor. It's on the MicroStrategy page. I'll post it to my page here for anybody that really wants to watch it. He is, if you're like meh on Bitcoin, you should watch those videos because he's converted me. I'm over onto the Bitcoin train over here. And I mean, he just keeps buying, which is incredible for sure. We talked about Yieldmax, a weekly payer today. Are we satisfied with 11 cents, 15, 22, 22? Yeah, I mean, what's better, Yieldmax at $17 or qdte at $44? They pay almost the same amount. I know it's different, everybody. Go research it yourself. Don't listen to me. Which one, right? Which one is better? I mean, Yieldmax you can buy double the amount of, plus a little bit more, and you're getting half of the distributions here. It's basically the same thing, right? I mean, they invest in different things, but same payment almost. We looked at the Bitcoin Here's the video, right? Bitcoin, the red wave, and the crypto renaissance. So I'm gonna record this for you guys here and put it on my channel. YMAX should be 20 to 25 cents this week. 2 shares for 1. Nice. That's what I'm talking about. We looked at my passive account here. Looked at all the distributions paid. If you don't have a passive account and you want to have a place where you can check out your dividends every single month, I'm not going to push it too hard, but I get 20 bucks if you click on the link in the first pinned comment and you sign up for passive. I use it, every week now because I get paid just about every week from dividends. And it's just more of an observation thing. You get to see like what you have here. It's nice, right? It's cool. I mean, for anybody that doesn't have Questrade, it's $99, less than $10 a month, less than 30 cents a day to have this. I mean, what can you buy for 30 cents a day? Nothing. Well, you could buy passive. Passive. Took a look at Michael Saylor's page. Oh my goodness. Here we go. If you're not yet following me on Twitter, there's my handle down at the very bottom. Oh, my face is in the way. My Twitter handle is at wealthy2034. That's kind of when I want to be wealthy now, but that's when I'm realistically expecting it, 2034. So I got 10 years to go here. And yeah, follow me on Twitter. I always let the world know, the Yieldmax world know when I release a Yieldmax video. We talked about rdte. Yeah, you know me, doing really well on the Russell here. That's what is following, paying out good distributions so far. rdte, xdte are probably the top 2. qdte, people love it because of the larger distribution, but nav erosion slightly happening with it. We talked about cony. Yeah, I mean, cony price here, it skyrocketed, right, last week, but it's coming back down to earth here. I'm still going to buy more personally every month here. I hope to get more into my system, but I am, what's the word I want to say here? Loose. I am loose. I could sell that thing tomorrow and not care. Don't follow my purchases and make them your own. Do you, boo? All right. We talked about Rocket Lab. Rocket Lab, I'm totally in. I'm all in Rocket Lab with my 5 shares. I bought Rocket Lab at 13 bucks last week, maybe the week before. And I mean, look at that. That is huge. Up huge for me. I'm pumped about that. It's not like it's a major amount of money or anything like that, but yeah, I'm happy about that. And finally, I will say this to you guys. Thank you so much for being here today. If you're not yet subscribed to my channel, my name is Mike. This is Health and Wealth. Tell your friends, share your videos, share my videos, hit the like button. One person unsubscribed over this hour. So I appreciate you for being here. If you're not yet subscribed, hit it. And I hope to talk to you again in the future. I think that's going to be it, guys. Thanks for tuning in today. Have a great day. Bye for now. Peace.